Oh, that's all being done. Let's go back to home, back to home, back to the inn and end the day, shall we? Or not? That all sounds really unfair. I agree. Provincial lords have the duties and rights to decide upon and collect taxes in the region they control. As long as that remains the case, there's not really much general populace we can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumours about the current head of House Alberea. The current head is Justice's dad, right? So, couldn't we just ask Justice for some help? I doubt there's anything he could do. Amongst the nobility, decisions made by the head of a house are absolute. And since the Albereas represent one of the four great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the four houses. I guess that's a no then. I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Ah, drunken teacher's back. Instructor Sarah? What brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B is not getting everything done as expected, so I'll have to help sort them out. What? You're going to see Group B now? Town of Palm is a considerable distance. Now, you let me worry about that. You four are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyway, right? Put your heads together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Eidos be with you. I'll be looking forward to your report. No, she didn't say do a quest for you. See what needs to be done. She's telling you to sort out a mess. So she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn, can she read minds or something? I suggest we return to our room and rest for a night in any case. We still have reports to write, and so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I'm so tired. Me too. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to our bed. Are you a shop kid? Imperial Chronicle issue 1. I've already got one, sorry mate. Now what's this map look like? Need to go back to Weathercock Inn. Yeah, return to the inn for dinner. Makes good sense to do that.
Ah, that was delicious.
Ah, that's you. Good. It's a voice scene, so I don't have to speak.
Those are some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Is this when we get some kind of flashback or some transfer?
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I feel it's like the Racer Guild almost, but not quite.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling in Thors in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Yeah.
Our Reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or, rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Ah, you want to become like someone else?
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence.
Ah, that's why she's going with single letter surname.
I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I mean, I've already had her identity spoiled, but you can't exactly not spoil it. I think her name's actually Emmanuel. Can't remember exactly.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything.
But it would have been cool.
What about you, Rean? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Yeah, makes sense.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Self-discovery at school, is that more like a self-study?
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I sort of hit Laura's buttons. So you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night.
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we?
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now. But it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation.
Oh, she'll soon remember, don't worry.
Rean?
Yes, Laura?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not? Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles.
8 leaves, 1 blade. Wasn't that the one which, what's her face from Trials of Sky used?
Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said
Yes.
to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arcade School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fai for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
Interesting.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest, I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment. I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your
Can I go and say hello to you? Can I go and spar with you? Or do I have to go up to the room? Is it giving me a choice? That's the question.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up. and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
Well done, Elliot.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Such a tsundere.
Rean's not the only one bottling up his feelings, though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
So when's she going to come clean with her name? That's the question. Trails of gold steel.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world.
Yay!
I've got a little reward here for you.
Rank increased to B6. Got information as a perk. I'm quite close to B5 actually.
Drinks are on me someday.
Gee, thanks, Teach. Here are your tasks for the day. Your market manager left them with me. Okay. West Celtic Highway monster. Large ferocious monster in sight on the West Highway. We're happy if someone took it out. Zordar. Stone bridge leading to Heimdalla from Otto. And yesterday I lost my wallet on the floor in front of my stall. Someone be willing to find its owner for me? Even if you went left yesterday. Maybe he might give us less work to do because we knew we were going to Trissa today. Sounds about right. He's a very considerate man. Last train headed your way leaves you around 9. Get this quest done quickly enough, you can have dinner before you leave. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Should we get started? Sounds good. Looks like today's tasks are all optional. Hey Laura, I want to apologise for what I said to you yesterday. Rean, as I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. That's not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I mean. I want to apologise for making light of a way of a sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner level was disrespectful. To Master Cafe, the school I follow, and to the path for the sword itself. And for those reasons I felt it was inappropriate for me to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there's one other person you should be apologising to. I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's own background or social standing, one should always be able to live their life with pride to him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, then it is an act of shame which you owe yourself recompense. Let me ask you a question, Rean. Would you like the path of a sword? It's not really a matter of liking or disliking it, I don't think. Part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. So, you two are friends again then? Were we not? There was never any rift between us that I know about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot trying to spend so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. What, you did what now? It would seem we've caused you some undue concern. Jeez! Can we just forget about this and move on? Looks like the ground's dried up around the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you looking a bit less gloomy. Margot! We got big trouble! Big drug trouble! Slow down, Louise. It's the first thing in the morning. You're about poised to wake up the dead. Where have you been? I'm sorry. Just got up on my here. But never mind that. We had big trouble. Something terrible happened over market. What terrible thing? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the schools over market were destroyed and the merchandise stolen. That is most terrible indeed. A robbery? Suppose that means the market might be opening late today, which means we could end up with more customers. As for you four, it's our problem, not yours. You focus on your field study. Yeah, I'm going to solve that problem as well, though. What should we do? I have to admit, I'm curious. It's not far, we might as well go and have a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening on markets. We know what we're going to do first, we're going to end the episode here. Until then, bye bye.